Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a
Hi. Sorry, my computer was doing some weird stuff. The chat. Oh, the chat is working on this screen, but not on my screen. Guys in the truck. Guys in the truck. We're just gonna have to do it like this, I guess. What a weird little start. I hope everybody's doing well today. Happy Saturday. It is indeed Saturday. It is, right? Okay, quick story before we get into court. We'll tell a little story before we get going about court. I was almost late. If you can believe it, I'm almost never late for work, knock on wood. Even though I'm often late here. But that's my own time schedule. I'm the boss. That's the perks. Anyways, so I am, it's Sunday for Sir Philip. Okay, fair enough. Sir Philip, you're right. Chess. Thank you guys. This dress is really cute. It's like open at the back for some back fat to come out. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm very rarely, if ever, late to work though. But this morning, I swear to God, I was distracted. I had a very early phone call, and then it rolled over into me just not really paying attention. I don't know what happened, but I was sitting waiting for the John, it's ignoring you? No, it's good. It is open in the front as well. You're right, Sir Philip. Anyway, so I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and I realized, like, we're getting close to, like, why is the bus not coming yet? Like, and I looked at the schedule and I realized I'm at the wrong bus stop. And I had to sprint. And when I mean sprint, I mean sprint. I had to sprint to the other bus stop, which is probably like 150 meters away. To say that I'm so lucky there was nobody else at the bus stop, because I swear to God, the wheeze that I had once I got there, and I made it, by the way. I made it 1 minute up the freaking thing, and but the wheeze I had was like like a very bad wheeze. Anyways, I'm so glad that nobody was at the bus stop there, and by the time the bus came, I managed to catch my breath. My Fitbit sent me an alert. Bitch, you okay? What the fuck are you doing? The answer was no, I was not okay, but I was not about to be late to work. Anyways, and it was uphill, by the way. I know it's always uphill in the stories, but this was really uphill. Oh, and you know what's funny is that I fucking sat down at the other bus stop, the one that the bus was not at, for a good 8 minutes. I could have leisurely walked in that 8 minutes. Did I? No. I sat and daydreamed. Silly Billy. Anyways, we made it on time. We're back. Does anybody want to guess how many steps I've done so far today? Before we get going, as I flip us over to the other side. Flip on over to the other side. Streamlabs, you and me. We need to talk, baby. No, seriously though, why is it not showing me? 20,000. You guys are thinking I'm doing very good. I would hope to hit 20,000. Is this members only? Did I set this up as no? No, because there are some people here that are not members, right? I'm not trying to. This is not a secret way of shaming somebody for not being a member. I'm just trying to fucking figure out why the computer is not showing me any viewers. And oh, it's so strange. It looks exactly like it does during members only. But if I close this and reopen it, which is the standard sort of fix, the stream will end. I don't want that. I don't want that for us. I want us to be together. I want us to be together tonight. That's what I planned on. That's why I raced home. And let's just watch some court.
Back is up and running. Sorry, Chrome had to update. Probably another day one mishap, but we'll see.
Oh, there's a
All right,
Chrome
there we go.
update. Is that the
Got it.
problem?
All right, this time, court's going to go ahead and call. Bell County calls number 23 DFAM 339-528. This is in the interest of no, that's an old pleading. Let me get the latest and I can make sure I got all the names correct. All right, this is in the interest of, okay, they do have separate names. Robbins and Crichton, minor children, non-custodial party being Darius Robbins, custodial party being Ashanti Crichton. And this matter was originally before the court on a petition to establish parent-child relationship and sued affecting parent-child relationship with AOP. Last name we got in this one.
Judge, could you maybe just like pick it up a little bit here? You're sort of dragging the show. We just started. I know I'm having technical difficulties. I know
Looks like
that's
just a
John's
bunch of,
thing, but
administrative items for this year. So anyway, Ms. Gustafson's present. She's the attorney at Lytton. Ms. Miles present. She's the attorney for Darius Robbins. Ms. Kuzak is present. She's the attorney for Ms. Crichton. And Mr. Welch is, of course, representing the state of Texas in this matter. So at this time, I'll ask the state for an opening statement to tell the court what the state's requesting we do here today, whether or not your request is to be a final hearing. And then I'll take, then I'll go in the order that everybody's listed on the pleadings. I'll then go with Ms. Counsel for Mr. Robbins, then Counsel for Ms. Crichton, and then I'll let the ad lighter be last. So at this time, I'll go ahead and let the state make their opening statement this time. Yeah.
oh my God, Bill! Prize money for coming in first at the bus stop. Oh fuck! What an absolute race! An absolute race. And I don't know if I've mentioned this once or 1,000 times, but I was a track star in high school. Not high school, actually, middle school. I didn't go to middle school. It's all falling apart. This sounds like a lie. It wasn't middle school. It was elementary school, but it was the age of middle school. Anyways, oh, that's my boss texting me. She forgot to. Fuck! Now I'm spilling shit. Okay, let's just watch this. Let's just watch. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Your Honor. So the state is asking for a final order, Your Honor. I mean, this is, as far as I can see, the ninth setting we've had. So this case desperately needs finalization, and we already have a temporary order in place. As for that temporary order, The state is fine with the health and dental insurance that it has, assuming nothing significant has changed. Health through Miss Crichton at a cost of $356 per month. Dental through her as well at a cost of $28. Cash medical of $144.72 each month that began the first day of March 2024, with cash dental of $24.12 each month beginning the first day of March 2024. As for current child support, the state understands that at the very least, Mr. Robbins is making at least self-employed income of $2,716.50 per month. And Your Honor, the child support back in the temporary order was based off of 2,400, so we're not talking about a big difference. The new current child support thus would be $457 per month, and under the temporary order it was $403, so not much difference. Say understands that Ms. Cusack will probably be wanting to prove to you that he's making more than that. The state defers to you on that, Your Honor, and merely asks for at least that amount. And I think state understands Ms. Meyer is probably in agreement with the amount that I said, and probably not in agreement with what Ms. Cusack's position is. As for the issues of retroactive support, state understands Ms. Cusack is asking for that. The state is not necessarily asking for it, but we have no objection to having it done, and I'm sure one of us will get the testimony in for that. State understands that that in the temporary order, neither party has non-disclosure. State is fine with continuing that. State asks the court to apportion court costs. State has no position on the custody or visitation issues in this case. And so the court's aware, the court had previously ordered app close, electronic communication, and some modified possession access, some step-up periods, it seems. But the state has no interest in any of that. Pass the witness.
Okay. All right then, Ms. Meyer. Your opening, please.
We are in agreement of the amounts that the state has said for child support. Obviously, we do ask that there be standard possession over 100 miles. My client lives in Houston. He has been driving back and forth approximately, a little over 6 hours round trip each time, and has made his visits as he was allowed to do. He has paid child support through Zelle. He's been making payments through Zelle. So we do have some proof that there shouldn't be any retro child support. We're asking for just standard possession over 100 miles. The parent that receives the child will pick, or the children will pick them up. He would like his last name added to his daughter's birth certificate. She does not have his last name. His son does, but the daughter does not. And then if the parents can't either meet halfway or do something with the travel, we would like to see about adjusting the child support if he does all the travel. And I think that covers everything. I believe that covers everything that we're asking for.
All right. Thank you very much. All right then, Ms. Cusack. You muted, ma'am. Yeah, I know.
I don't know why I always do this. So I didn't hear the last part. Did Ms. Myers, did you say you wanted a reimbursement for travel?
We're just saying that, if he does all the travel, we'd like to adjust it for all the travel since it is such a long distance. That's as long as it, as far as it is.
Okay, thank you. Judge, we have two children in this case. There's Dalen and then Araya. Dalen is started out this case with some heightened special needs at that point. So if you look at my counter petition, it's going to be a little bit stronger than it probably needs to be now. At that point, they thought he had a degenerative brain issue. There are still diagnoses they're trying to figure out as far as if there are neurological issues or any type of white matter disease, but it's no longer the degenerative one that was present initially. He does, though, he is still on the spectrum. He is in ABA therapy, and he's doing very well with ABA therapy. I say very well. He's making progress with it and needs to stick with it because it's doing what it needs to do. That being said, obviously, anytime you have a child on the spectrum, it's an issue of managing the process and being actively engaged in that ABA therapy. My client will testify that she basically text messages the ABA therapist. She's involved with the ABA therapist. She speaks with them routinely. She presents issues when there are behavioral issues with Dalen. They suggest how to modify that, and they try to figure out a therapy. So it's a big team effort. The team has not traditionally involved the father. It should involve the father. And we asked him to participate and meet the ABA therapist. And as of the last time I spoke with the mom, he has not done so. And so not meeting with the therapist is essentially not participating in the process that helps Dalen be successful. And so that's kind of a symptom of some of the other issues that have been present in this case. As far as what we are requesting, my client is requesting joint managing conservatorship with her being the primary custodial parent. She's asking for exclusive rights as to medical, educational, and passports.
All right, run that by me again. I got the passport part. What was the medical part?
Medical, educational, and passports, Judge. We're asking for father to be involved with the ABA therapy, that he be ordered to participate or at least meet with a therapist. As far as visitation, my client will testify that she's worked hard to create a situation where Dalen and Aria are able to meet with their father and for that visitation to be successful. She wants there to be some consistency, and there are also some restrictions that she would be requesting. For example, no corporal punishment. Dalen specifically, kids on the spectrum, it is actually counterproductive for there to be corporal punishment. So she'll provide some testimony about how that has been an issue. We also would like the kids to stay together for visitation, that they both go to visitation together. Judge, that's a therapist. That's one of the ABA therapists that just
All right, well, I'll leave her out there until we get through with the opening statement. I don't want her to be candid about the information at this point, so thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. And so the visitation, we would like there to be some injunctive relief on that. We would like for Mr. Robbins to be included with the therapies and to be involved in that. We also have issues on the visitation. One of the issues that is present with the ABA therapy is it took Dalen a long time to get into this program. He was on a wait list for a while. He is now in the program. If he misses a certain number of, and I think that's the other therapist, Judge. If he misses a certain number of visits, then he loses his spot. And that would be very difficult for Dalen. And so that was
Right.
one of the issues that we discussed before about scheduling visitation in a way that would minimize missing those therapies, or at least just making it to where he does not time out of those therapies. So the over 100 standard possession order with the full summer will for sure kick him out of that ABA program. So I'll ask Miss Creighton about that to figure out what numbers we're looking at to try to structure meaningful visitation in the summer while still allowing Dalen to participate in his therapies. As far as child support goes, Mr. Robbins is self-employed. This is one of those situations where if you look at his taxes are going to show meager income, but his actions and what he has available and what he's purchasing and selling, all of these things are not consistent with that meager income. There are some bank records that we received that reference other bank accounts that we don't have. And so we'll ask about that to see if the amount of support is appropriate. As far as retro, yes, my client is requesting retroactive support. There will be two amounts, one for one child, and then when Aria was born in 2023, it would obviously go to the next percentage. Health insurance, I believe all of that's kind of locked in. I'm sure Miss Creighton wants to keep the health insurance and dental that she has and be reimbursed what the court sees as appropriate for health insurance. As far as communication, the parties should be able to continue to use AppClose. And then as far as the name change, what my client was, so Dalen, the older child, the boy, his last name is already Robbins. So my client would like the kids to have the same name. And so she would either ask for it to be hyphenated Creighton Robbins, or if Dalen keeps his name as simply Robbins, she would ask that Araya's middle name be changed to Creighton, so that Araya's name is Araya Creighton Robbins.
Okay.
And I believe that's all I have as far as the issues, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you,
Ms.
Judge.
Gustafson.
Yes, Your Honor. I certainly think the parents need to be joint managing conservators. I think that that's the best situation here. We're certainly, I don't think, in a situation where mom needs to be sole managing conservator, and I appreciate the fact that we've come so far. Certainly, I do think that it is necessary for mom to still have the exclusive right to make medical decisions. Just because I am disappointed that dad has not reached out to the ABA therapist. Unless I hear some different testimony, I don't think I'll be recommending a standard possession order at this time because of the extra care that you need to have when you do have a child that's on the spectrum. Certainly dad needs to become more involved in learning more about that and working with the therapist, because you have to have a continued effort with every member involved that's working directly with the child or spending any kind of time with that child. You have to use the same methods, and those methods change. And so I'm looking forward to hearing what some of the therapists have to say. And hopefully this family is moving forward. And so that's a good sign. But at this point, unless I hear differently, I don't think that a standard possession order is in the best interest of the children at this point. But and certainly on the name change, I certainly think that the kids need to have the dad's last name. And I certainly don't think at this point that corporal punishment would ever be appropriate in the case of a child that's on the spectrum. So those are my thoughts at this point.
Okay. No corporal, got it. All right, everybody, I'm gonna go, okay, that covers everyone. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the therapist in, and I'm gonna put them in a breakout room. And I think we need to let them be called first. That way we can get them back to their jobs. So anyway, let me go ahead and let let's see, it's Miss Jones and Miss True. So I'll let them in. Thank you. All right, Miss True seems to be stuck. Let's see. if
Okay,
this,
so we're gonna
says
see what
what
happens
the
here. They're
judge
gonna
gives.
do a little bit of fiddly diddly, fiddly diddly,
All right,
fiddly diddly. I'm
Ms. Jones, Ms.
hungry.
True, welcome to 4D Court. I'm Judge Nelson. Sorry to keep you in the breakout room, waiting room so long, but we were in the middle of opening statements. So I'm gonna go. We're getting ready to call you both as witnesses. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go first because this matter can well, it was scheduled for 3 hours, but I don't think it's going to be able to go that long because of other commitments. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and let y'all be the first witnesses in here. I'm gonna go ahead at this point and move both. I'll see which one needs to be called first, Ms. Kuzak, and I'm gonna put the other in a breakout room. And then as soon as the first person's finished his testimony, we'll go ahead and get the second person in, and hopefully after that, we'll both of y'all be free to go. The only thing I need to let you know what is being done is called the rule. Witnesses are not allowed to remain in the courtroom and hear other witnesses' testimony. We want a concise witness information based on what they actually know and what they may have not heard in court. So at this time, I'll ask Ms. Kuzak, which one of you is remain in here, and we'll take you as the first witness, and then as soon as that one's done, we're going to go get the other person in and bring him back in from breakout. So Ms. Kuzak, who do you want to try to go with first?
And Judge, I need to ask my client which one is the more direct one right now. I'm not sure. Ms. Creighton?
Yes, ma'am. Either or would be great. Nicole works more with parent training and the things I have to do, and then Carrie is her partner in that, and also interpreting data and kind of creating day lunch treatment plans for how we have to proceed with this
All
therapy.
right, thank you. And Judge,
All right,
so
good.
I'll just go ahead and call Ms. True first.
All right, what I'm gonna do is swear all parties in, both the parties and the witnesses. So, Mr. Robbins, you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, everybody raise your right hand, please, and unmute yourselves. Everyone solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give this court today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth will help you. Please say, I will.
I will.
I will.
All right, everybody's officially earned the oath. I'm going to go ahead
I
and put your hands down. And you said you want to go with which one first? Then Ms. Kuzak, I'm sorry, Ms. True.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Ms. Jones, I'm going to place you in the breakout room. Don't worry, we can see you're in there. We're not going to fix you there. As soon as this is over, we'll come get you. But it's kind of sitting in an electronic board is always fun. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move you over to room number 3, and then we'll get started. All right. And I'm trying to put the wrong person in there, so there we go. All right, you should be getting an invite to room number 3. Just go ahead and take it. Looks like she's done that already. Okay, a second. Yep, she's there. All right, then everybody's under oath, and at this time, Ms. Kuzak, you go ahead and call your first witness, please.
Thank you, Judge. So, ma'am, your name on there is Carly True, but can you state your name for the court? I'm sorry, you're muted.
My name is Ezira Nicole Owens Johnson.
Is there a
Ezera
okay?
Nicole Nicole Owens Johnson.
Okay.
And I am a licensed assistant behavior analyst for Rogue ABA.
All right, Ms. Johnson. Mr. Welch, can you go ahead and change your name, please? What was your first name again, ma'am?
Ezera, Ezera.
Okay.
Is Zira Carly True?
No.
No.
No, that's my company email. I mean, my
Oh,
company's
I was wondering. I was like, wait, that doesn't sound like. All right. So is
no, that's
Zira in
fine.
the last name again? Sorry.
Owens, Owens,
Is Zira Owens?
Johnson, Johnson,
Johnson?
Owens Johnson. Mhm.
Got it.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am. All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. I'm gonna go ahead and speak with her first. Do we go in?
Yeah, well, she's your witness. I'm gonna let
Okay.
you go out of order at this point because we're gonna go ahead and try to get these folks back to work. All right, thank you.
Gotcha. Thank you, Judge. Okay, Ms. Owens Johnson, how do you know Dalen Robbins?
I know Dalen Robbins because he is one of our clients. We provide applied behavior analysis services for him through Rogue ABA. And I am the supervising clinician for his case. I'm his case manager.
Okay. So you're his case manager. And then what was the other thing that you said that you were?
I'm one of the supervising clinicians, and I go in and monitor.
Okay. So are you the one who works with him on a daily basis, or you supervise the person who works on a daily basis?
I supervise the person that works on a daily basis.
Okay. Do you also occasionally work with Dalen, and are you familiar with his progress?
Yes.
And is that part of the capacity of being a supervising clinician, that you look at the therapist who works with him more directly and you figure out where Dalen is and what therapies need to be worked on?
Yes.
Okay. So autism spectrum disorder currently, it's always evolving, but currently it has levels, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you known Dalen?
I met Dalen in, I believe, April.
Okay. Of this year, of 2025?
April 2025, yes.
Okay. So what do you know about Dalen's level on the autism spectrum?
I believe Dalen is a level 2.
And so are there 3 levels?
Yes.
Okay. Just briefly, where is he on that spectrum? Like, what is level 1? What is level 3? And then where is he in the middle?
Level 1 is the more severe level. Level 2 is like a median, and level 3 is like more in a high functioning range.
Okay.
Oh, level. So it goes backwards, just like Loud. No, I'm just kidding. Hi, Loud. You're level 3, baby. In my books. Nice to see you. Glad to have you. So wait, am I to understand that 3 is the least severe, 2 is middle, and then 1 is the most severe? Is that how it works? I'm not good at math. I don't know. I don't know. Also, guys, I'm reluctant to ask you what you had for dinner or what you wish you had for dinner because it's gonna make me hungry. But go ahead and put it in the chat.
Is Dalen verbal?
Yes.
Okay. What issues does Dalen present with that your office or clinic is currently working on?
Social, emotional, like he has self-regulation, coping, interacting with peers, adjusting to like different environments that he's in, accepting and tolerating no or not right now.
Okay, so accepting and tolerating something that's adverse to him, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say that consistency is important for kids in general?
Yes.
Would you say that consistency is vital to a kid on the spectrum?
Yes.
Do kids in general tend to need the kids on the spectrum tend to react poorly when things are inconsistent?
Yes.
In a child like Dalen, what types of behaviors does he present with when he is either upset or something is off in his world?
Physical aggression, property destruction, self-negative talk. Occasionally he does make like verbal threats towards his mother or his younger sister. That's pretty much sums it up.
Does he occasionally take off his clothes when he's upset?
He has in the past.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Can you say that again?
He has in the past.
He has in the past?
Yes.
Okay. Does he elope?
Yes.
Okay. What does eloping mean?
Eloping is leaving an area within 3 to 5 feet range from an adult that.
No, eloping is running off and getting married without telling anybody. Is that what they're calling this? I'm sorry. Also, hello and goodbye to anybody who's here and anybody who's got to go. Is Colin live? I'm sure somebody's live, but we're gonna bang through a little bit of this. A little bit. There's some dead air in the middle of this, don't you worry. Anyways, I thought eloping was that. I've always wanted to elope. That's one of my hopes, to elope. What a trope. Trope. Absolute trope.
Is with you.
Okay. So it's where maybe a kid on the spectrum, something is difficult for them to process, and then instead of staying wherever that negative thing is, they just take off, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen any of these? And do you call them meltdowns? Like, what do you call them when their world kind of crashes?
A meltdown is whenever you're engaging in multiple of the behaviors that was spoke of previously. Physical aggression, property destruction, elopement, crying, yelling, screaming, vocal, and physical refusals, self-negative talks, verbal threats.
Okay. And so working with ABA therapy, and is ABA therapy something that's just pretty much unique with, or is it unique with autism spectrum disorder?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Are there other types of kids who also get ABA therapy?
Yes.
Okay. So with a child like Dalen, do you track behaviors over time?
Yes.
And so when you track them, do you keep like reports? How do you do that to see?
We do that through an EMR system.
Okay.
We collect data daily during sessions, and we collect it in an EMR system.
Okay. Have you seen any patterns of behavior? Well, first of all, I'll just say if you see a pattern of behavior, do you bring that up with the mother?
Yes.
Okay. Do you text each other routinely?
Yes.
Okay. So if you see a behavior that concerns you, you reach out to mom and mom reaches back, and together as a team, you try to figure out how to continue a game plan to fix this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen any behaviors that have caused you to question, what's going on outside of ABA therapy?
Yes.
Okay. What behaviors have you seen that you thought were different, out of the norm?
Sometimes occasionally on Monday mornings, he has meltdowns. He's just kind of in a different headspace. He would have like physical aggression, or he would just say different things that he wouldn't typically say like the week before.
Okay. So the week before he did not present with these issues, and then on Monday morning he did. And did that cause you to wonder what was happening in between those two periods of time?
Yes.
I'm going to object, please. So far, all the questions are very leading. I'd really like to just hear the therapist rather than the attorney explain on.
I'm going to sustain that. I was I want to try to speed through this as best we can, because it sounds like we got a time crunch here today, folks. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get through. But Ms. Cusack, yeah, let's use some more open-ended questions. Let the therapist testify.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Judge.
So you are leading. So no
Okay.
problem.
Thank you. So Ms. Owens Johnson, that period of time in between, did you ask mom about that?
I would ask her, how was his weekend? Did you guys do anything this weekend? And if anything happened throughout the weekend, how was he over the weekend?
And to be clear, did you know before you asked that, did you know what was planned for that weekend?
No.
Okay. And then what did mom tell you about what had happened that weekend?
He had a visitation.
And then when you say had a visitation, with whom?
He had a visitation with his dad.
Okay. Do you try to figure out how to remedy that situation? Did you discuss options for that?
We have, yes.
And what types of things do you think would be helpful in dealing with?
I offered to provide a parent training with dad, just to for him to be able to, have an idea how to intervene if Dalen happens to go into any of his maladaptive behaviors. And there's also ways to use like strategies to prevent those behaviors, like discuss preventative measures, and if the behavior occurs, how to respond to it, to help decrease it or for it not to happen at all.
Okay. And are these behaviors difficult to deal with, like in a public setting?
Yes.
To date, have you spoken with Mr. Robbins? Have you met Mr. Robbins?
No, ma'am.
Have you had any calls to your knowledge or emails from him?
No, ma'am.
The parent training, what does that look like? Like, is it like a day? What is it?
It's typically a meeting that we have with a parent within, it can be inside of during the session time or outside of the session time. We meet for approximately 1 to 2 hours, and we discuss ways to prevent any behaviors, any concerns, any questions. Sometimes we do like modeling on how to respond and intervene to the behaviors, and we talk about reinforcement strategies to help keep the behaviors decreased.
Okay. And is it important for their when there are these negative behaviors that he's experiencing, is it important to have a consistent response between everyone involved as to these behaviors.
Yes, because that means it will generalize across all environments and people.
So
Hey,
if
I'm sorry,
Dalen,
I'm sorry, real quick, ma'am. Could that be done like on Zoom? It's because, like I said, Dad's in Houston, so could that be done on Zoom? Does it have to be?
Yes, the parent trainings.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure you didn't have to drive all the way in from Houston. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
then so as to and so I think what I was asking is, if there are certain keywords that mom uses and certain keywords that you use, if he hears dad use those keywords, will he know better how to handle these issues?
Yes, if there's consistency.
Okay. What are your views on whether corporal punishment works with kids on the spectrum?
We do not incorporate any type of negative punishment in applied behavior analysis, and we
Okay.
don't have that. We don't do corporal punishment at all.
Can it cause, how does
May
a child,
May I interrupt real quick? I think we all agree no corporal punishment. That might save us some time. There will be no corporal punishment.
All right, good enough. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Lawyer's on board with that, so we're good. Thank you.
okay, all right, thank you, Judge, and thank you, Ms. Myers.
Six.
Yes.
As to
Sick.
absences, so for a child like Dalen to get into this program, is there frequently a wait list?
Yes.
Okay. Do you happen to know how long Dalen had to wait on the wait list for this spot?
I don't know.
Okay. What would cause someone to lose that spot?
Not coming to sessions consistently, canceling.
Okay, so if Dalen were to spend a large period of time with his dad in the summer, would he be at risk of losing his spot?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a policy for that? Do you happen to know how many absences that would be?
I don't have the paper and I don't have it in front of me, but yes, it's also required by insurance that you have to attendance is like 90%.
He has to be 90% to keep his spot.
Yes, for attendance, yes.
And so that's a policy through your clinic or your business, and also possibly through insurance.
Yes.
Okay. Currently, what is his schedule as far as ABA therapy?
He has ABA Monday through Friday from 9 to 12.
So 9 to 12, Monday through Friday. What about, is that just during the summer?
I didn't hear you. Could you repeat that?
I'm sorry, is that just during the summer?
No, that's his schedule.
Oh, okay. So is that ABA therapy kind of his school during the school year?
Yes. Wait, what? Could you repeat that? I'm sorry. Let me turn my volume up.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I'll just strike that question. I'll ask mom that question. But he has to have 90% attendance or he risks losing his spot, correct?
Yes.
Do kids, so one of the things is whether there are any types of adaptations that you can do. Do kids like Dalen respond well to Zoom ABA therapy, or is in-person ABA therapy, like, what are your views on that?
We would have to do some modeling, and you can't really do a whole lot of that via Zoom. The Zoom is for the parent training. So
Okay.
we do in person
Okay.
or direct therapy sessions.
Okay. So the parent training can be on Zoom, but the kid actual therapy is typically in person.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I don't think I have any other questions. Can you think of anything that you've noticed that that needs to be said about Dalen's therapy that maybe I haven't asked you?
The only thing that concerns me for Dalen is that he is about to transition into a new environment. He has never attended like public school before, and we're going to have to assist him with that transition because he does not adapt to new environments based off of my observation very well. Um, so he definitely needs that transition, the assistance with ABA. And we will be attending school with him.
Okay. So I'll just tell you so you have a framework for this. Typically when there's visitation, the visiting parent has to bring the child back at least 7 days before school. Do you feel that 7 days is enough time to catch up and to get Dalen in a position where he's going to be successful, where he can be successful in school?
No, because we're currently working on setting him up for success at school. So we wouldn't have the time in between. 7 days would not be enough time for us to continue our interventions for that.
So you're working on that now
Yes.
for
Because he's never,
August.
yes.
Okay. I pass the witness, Judge.
All right, I got a real quick question, ma'am. Obviously, we got a lot of kids and they've got a lot of summer vacations and things like that. And obviously they're going to be facilities in Harris County that could probably do some of this. Is your company a chain? Is there more than one office? Is there someone else that y'all can punt the ball to in case we want to try to give dad as much time in the summer as possible? I'm really only thinking about summers because under Texas law, non-custodial parties get 42 days in the summer, and I'm trying to figure out how to and I can divide it up in half. I can divide it in 3-week time frames or 2-week time frames. Is there a facility that you have used in the past or you know of in Harris County that might be able to take over for you on these items?
We only have a location here. I have not been affiliated with any facilities outside of Bell County.
All right, just want to make sure. All right, thank you very much, ma'am. All right, at this time, you're through with the witness. Is that correct, Ms. Kuzak?
I have one follow-up on that issue, Judge, about going to another therapist. If Ms. Owens Johnson, if there were a therapist in Harris County, does that transition well, or is that, how would that work in Dalen's world? Would that be an easy transition?
I don't see Dalen on a regular basis, and sometimes it's hard for him to transition with me, and he knows me. So he's very rigid, and he wants the person that he works with. He even tells me, he's like, "Hey, where's my therapist?" So I mean, I try to keep that rapport with him. I try to see him a little bit more often than not, just to keep building that rapport so he can get used to me. Because I'm not there every day, I do tend to go see him a little more often than I would see my other kiddos, which is typically maybe once a week. And I've even had direct sessions with him. So it takes him a while to build up that rapport. And in the beginning, he's going to engage in physical aggression. He did that with the therapist when he first started working with her. So those are his behaviors.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you showing up today. I don't know, Judge, I pass the witness.
All right, Ms. Meyer, you're a witness.
Yes, thank you.
I'll be right
I
back.
just have a couple of questions. So the training that you discussed, the parent training, can that be done anytime? I mean, can Mr. Robbins come in and just set that up, or is that something that you have scheduled?
He can coordinate with myself, and I'd be glad to set up one with him.
So we could work that around his schedule?
Yes. I mean, I don't know his schedule, but I would try my best to accommodate him around his schedule. Yes.
Do you feel that having time, if his dad can get this training, do you believe it is good or helpful for Daylin to have more time with his father?
It could be. Um, it's all about, communicating and being able to, properly respond, and being able to be preventative. You kind of have to meet them where they're at. You have to be able, gain a little knowledge, know how to respond if he does engage, know how to be preventative so he does not engage, so we can keep the behaviors decreased. He's came a long way since he's been in therapy.
Okay. And then you mentioned Zoom training for dad. How would that work? Would that be as efficient as being in person? Would he still get the same information he needs?
No, not necessarily. But what do you mean?
Well,
not.
if since he is so far away, I know that the schedule has, prevented him from being able to be there, Monday through Friday. I'm sure he can work something out so he can come for part of it. But if he can only come for maybe 1 or 2 hours of training in person, would it help him to also get more training through Zoom as well?
Yes, as long as there's consistency. Yes, I've actually offered to be available on Saturdays. I've offered that to mom a few times because I know that dad comes on Saturdays down here, and I've offered a few times to go do a visit on Saturday to meet with him.
Okay, I don't know that we knew that, but that's wonderful. Thank you for that. So let's go to the missing some of the sessions. So if it's 90% attendance, so that would give us about 10% maybe that he could possibly miss. So if he were to miss, say, 1 week in the summer, or if he were to miss maybe 1 Friday a month throughout the year, do you think that would be a huge issue? Or if he got on a consistent basis where he knew, 1 Friday a month he would miss, do you think that would be okay with him with your program?
As far as the policy goes, no. I mean, that wouldn't, that would still be within the company policy.
Okay. And what do you think about how it would affect Daylin if we kept it on a consistent basis? Say 1 Friday a month, he knew that, he would not be there that 1 Friday each month. He'd have a long extended weekend with dad. Would that, once he got into that groove, do you think that'd still be a problem, or do you think he could adapt?
We do something called priming in ABA. And so that would be something that we would have to build up to.
Okay.
We would have to sometimes we use social stories to do that, but Phelan's pretty smart. He's a very smart kid. We would just, we'd have to build up to let him know, hey, this is what's going to happen. So,
and this is just an example. I'm just trying to kind of get a mental idea or a picture of how this would work. So say August, at the beginning of August, you will start letting him know in advance that on the 4th week of August, he would be gone that Friday. Is that what you mean? And then you just kind of reinforce that until the day happens so he'd be prepared?
I'm going to go ahead and let Carrie speak because she could probably answer some of those questions a little.
Okay. I have no other questions for you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. You can ask her that.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Gustafson. All right, Ms.
Yes.
Gustafson, the child's lawyer. So
Yes. Miss Owens Johnson, my name is Jana Gustafson, and I'm the attorney that represents Daylin. And I just have a few questions to follow up on. How many hours a week is Daylin, is it suggested for Daylin to have an ABA therapy? I think she muted herself.
yeah, ma'am, you've gone dark on us. You're muted and your video's gone. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. We can
My apologies.
we can go out the video, but we gotta have the audio. All right.
Okay, I apologize.
Okay.
So, do you know how many hours that Dalen is approved to have an ABA therapy?
25.
25. And so he's actually just getting 15 a week. Is that right?
Um,
3 hours a day, Monday through Friday.
you're asking me to do math. Give me a second. I'm sorry. It's not my strongest. Yes.
And many times kids are approved for more time. It's just that the availability of therapists is just really tight. Is that correct?
In some cases, yes.
And which is what creates all of these long waiting lists. Is that right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
on the questions regarding there being somebody in Harris County that could maybe fill in, um, these therapy sessions are expensive, correct?
Could you repeat that?
ABA therapy is expensive, correct?
Yes.
So if you don't have insurance, it's like $125 to $150 an hour, correct?
I don't have a number for you. I apologize. I don't know.
So right now, this therapy is paid for by insurance,
Yes.
but it's approved for your company and your therapist. Is that right?
Yes.
So it would be a whole nother thing for him to have it approved in Harris County and you have a different provider.
Yes.
But there's still a part that is probably a copay that comes out of pocket. Is that right? Or do you not know anything about the billing?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
Okay. So on parent training, when you give a class with a parent, that's not a one and done thing, is it?
No.
So the parent training, that kind of goes on through the child's therapy, correct?
Yes.
So
Yes.
as things develop with the child, what works today might not work tomorrow.
Yes.
And so every time there's a behavior thing that happens, you have to kind of touch back with the parent and, if this isn't working, you go back over with the parent a new technique. Is that right?
Yes, it's called a modification if needed.
And what works with mom might not necessarily work with dad. Is that correct?
Yes.
So for this to be a working scenario, Mr. Robbins would need to keep an open line of communication with you in order for this to be a positive thing with Dalen, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But this initial parent training would probably be longer than follow-up sessions, correct?
Yes.
And it would be important for Mr. Robbins to also reach out to you about things that happened during his time with Dalen. That would help Dalen the most.
That would be appropriate. Yes.
Because he might react differently with his dad than he does with his mom.
Possibly. Yes.
And that's what you're for. It's for the parents to reach back out and discuss Dalen's behavior so Dalen can get the most help possible. Is that right?
Yes.
What are some of Dalen's triggers?
I'm gonna go ahead and let Ms. Carey speak. She's the clinical director. She jumps into the sessions as well with me. We both see Dalen in person, and I'm gonna let her speak.
So when the therapist recognizes a trigger, do you and her discuss it and come up with a plan to then implement with the parents?
Yes.
Do you know if Dalen self-harms?
Um, I'm I'm not sure. I
While you're conditioning him to start going to school, have y'all been taking him on any field trips or anything like that?
yes,
And he's been with y'all 3 months, correct?
no,
Well, since April. I'm sorry, I probably counted that wrong. But he's been
no. That's me.
okay.
No, not with the company. I'm with the company longer than that.
Okay. So do you know when he started with the company?
No. No.
Okay. But
Getting-
since you've met him, he's come a long way.
yes,
The idea behind ABA therapy is so that the child progresses so he can adapt to his environment, so he can exist more comfortably in common environments, correct?
across all settings and all people.
So where he is now, the idea is to get him where he is more comfortable over time so that perhaps we can get to where he's spending more time with his father away. Would that be
Yes,
a good goal to have?
yes.
I think that's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Cusack. I'm sorry, Mr. Welch. I was cutting you out because you usually don't have any anything of these types of witnesses, but I'll go ahead and give you. I have to go ahead and give you that opportunity, sir. So, Mr. Welch, you're a witness.
No questions, Your Honor. Pass the witness.
No, I'm sorry, I did. Yeah, I kind of figured that. All right, Ms. Cusack, anything on redirect? And if you do, I'm going to have to. I'm going to try to limit you folks to a couple of minutes each if on anything on redirect and recross. Thank you.
No, Your Honor, I don't have anything further of this witness. Thank you, Ms. Owens Johnson.
All right, Ms. Meyer.
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and Ms. Owens Johnson, you're gonna be free to go. You can hang around the courtroom if you want. The judge needs to take a break, guys. Sorry, I'm an old guy now. So I need to take about a 10, 15-minute break and I'll be right back in and then we'll do the other witness and we'll see how long that takes and then we'll start trying to.
Yeah, and actually, Paisley needs a break too because I gotta make dinner. Boo boo. We've been here over an hour and 10 minutes, and guess what? There will be 2 shows tomorrow. We'll finish this tomorrow, afternoon/evening, depending on where you're living. And we will have a members only tomorrow. That's right. Members only, baby. Some fun things to talk about. You could consider it a birthday party. That's right, you're invited to the birthday party. Because the channel is 2. Baby, 2 years old. So, go have a great rest of your Saturday night. I really appreciate each and every one of you being here. Do me a favor in the meantime. Remember that I love you. And I'm proud of you. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Bye.
Ways down red.